Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. Today is time for part 27 of Season Pre, fair enough, and part 144 of the series as a whole. And today we begin and potentially end the Champion of Champions. It's round 1 against the Pistol Mark Allen, a player who, funnily enough, we played in the last episode and obviously lost to. That's why we are here in the last 16. But before we go any further, let's have a look at how the players who have got here have qualified for the tournament. So this is a list of everybody who has won a tournament in the last 12 months. Now, unfortunately, the only tournament I couldn't find is the UK Championships. We got knocked out quite early on, and I couldn't find who had won that tournament. But apart from that, we've got every tournament since last year's Champion of Champions listed here. An event that Kyron Wilson went on to win. We went out to Mark Williams in the first round, but Kyron Wilson won the tournament. That's the only tournament that he has won in the last 12 months. Judd Trump's qualified by winning the Northern Ireland Open and has won quite a few tournaments after that. Of course, he won the Betfred World Championship in Season 2. We qualified for the Dafabet Masters. We've also won the Shootout and the Shanghai Masters. Mark Allen qualified by winning the German Masters. He's won another 4 tournaments since then. Mark Williams qualified by winning the Players Championship. He's on a bit of a run at the moment. He's won 3 out of the tournaments so far this year. Is that right? Yes, he's won 3 tournaments this year, ranking tournaments. The Riga Masters, European Masters and the English Open. And amazingly, even though Mark Selby is way clear at the front of the field, his qualification come all the way in the Gibraltar Open of 2021. He then won the China Open, Pulled Classic and China Championship to take his 12 months total to 4 tournaments. John Higgins qualified by winning the one and only tournament he's won since the Champion of Champions, which is the Coral Tour Championship, and the same goes for Ding Junhui with the Yushan World Open. So the 8 that have qualified by winning tournaments are Kyron Wilson, Judd Trump, ourselves, Mark Allen, Mark Williams, Mark Selby, John Higgins and Ding Junhui. And Mark Allen, by winning the 2021 International Championship, is the player with the most tournaments since this tournament last year. Mark Selby with 4, Mark Williams with 4, ourselves with 3 and Judd Trump with 3, and then the other players, Kyron Wilson, John Higgins and Ding Junhui, all as well getting 1 tournament. I'm guessing the other players that will qualify will be Ronnie O'Sullivan and the other players that are in the top 16 because of the virtue of their ranking. But we're playing against Mark Allen today, and let's have a look at our competitive record against the Pistol now. It's exactly the same as the last episode, funnily enough, even though Mark Allen clawed it back. He brought the competitive record back to 4-3 by a quarter-final win at the International Championships. But this is an invitational. We've won 2 out of the 4 invitationals so far in game. We won the Shanghai Masters and Dafabet Masters, won all of those in the last 12 months. And actually looking back at the last 12 months in game, we've done pretty well. We've won 3 tournaments, which is fairly close to Mark Allen with 5, Mark Williams with 4, and Mark Selby with 4, and Judd Trump with 4 as well. But we're just not winning the big tournaments. Again, we've won 2 invitationals, which have been big for our ranking status, for our non-ranking status, but ultimately the Snooker Shootout is one of the lowest paid tournaments of the year. So, again, another invitational chance. No change to the rankings, but the Champion of Champions, a very exciting event, and hopefully we can go far in this tournament rather than going out in the first round like we did in the quarters of the International Championship. But I hope you guys are good. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. As I said, we've never gone too far into this tournament. The quarterfinals is the furthest we've got to in this tournament, so it'd be great to at least match that with a win today. But that's a poor break off from Mark Allen. Played that very thick, and he's left an opening chance. And that's a good start to the frame. Not an ideal cue ball there, but it should be okay. Just bearing in mind it could be awkward if it comes off the cushion and goes towards the bulk colours. So I'm going to play this all around the table and hopefully come out past the yellow. Yeah, that's okay. We can nick the yellow. That's absolutely fine. We did more than just nick it, didn't we? But yeah, that's absolutely fine. I was going to play the straight red, but of course completely forgot that the blue went back there. That was a bit of an oversight. So this makes this shot now a little bit trickier. But hopefully it'll still be accurate enough to get the pot. Brilliant. Great pot.
He'll be happy with that. Top shot.
I've been watching the Crucible Classics on BBC Two in the last few days, and yesterday, well, last night I watched Sean Murphy against Matthew Stevens. Not the 2005 final, but the 2007 quarter-final, where Sean Murphy came back from 11-5 and 12-7 to win the match. So I'm quite positive and hoping to use a bit of that energy which I saw from Sean Murphy and hopefully go and win this match. But this is a trickier red than you might think. Certainly not easy. We've got to bear in mind our position on the next ball as well. This is tricky. Don't know whether I want to take it on. I'm going to take this red on instead. It's a lot straighter. We know we'll get the pot. The position might be a little bit awkward, but I know we'll at least get the pot, which first and foremost is the most important thing.
Tremendous shot. That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
Position's okay there. Go for the cheap blue, which has been the term coined in this virtual Betfred World Championship for the blue up the table.
Andy's going for it.
So that's the term we'll use in the future. Quite like it, actually. Of course, a shot in real life that would be a lot harder to play, but in game, it's one that, because of the way the aiming aid works, it's a fairly simple shot to play, so it is definitely a cheat blue.
Nicely done.
But we're looking okay. This is a decent start. Just need to keep that up in this first frame.
20. $25. $26.
Pink won't go, so again, cheap blue.
Long pot, right up his street.
I overplayed that.
Well, you can't question his cue power after that shot.
31.
Still okay. Few mistakes creeping in here. We're overhitting the ball and
32.
again we blocked our route to the pink, so green it has to be here. I don't fancy the blue, to be honest. So as long as we get back down past the bulk cushion, yep, that's absolutely fine. We overhit that, but that was had a positive effect rather than an adverse one.
35.
A favourable effect is the word, isn't it? Yeah. Still leaves a few tight shots though. Nothing that's too easy. Do fancy this red though. Does leave pink to the corner pocket.
Into the right corner.
Tricky though, but it's there. Good shot.
Beautifully done.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
That was a good recovery shot.
36.
Got to put my phone on silent before I started recording, so apologies for that. Easily done.
42.
But this has been a good break so far. Sometimes it takes a little time to get into our game, but today we're wired in straight away, which is fantastic. Very much looking for revenge after that last match. I wouldn't say I was completely off colour, but we didn't play brilliantly, did we? And we need to improve from that today. And as I alluded to, try and get some revenge.
$49.
Don't often play the pink, but because the black's tied up, it's just an easy shot to screw back for, get fairly straight on it, then find a red. Ultimately, there's no need to take the risk of cannoning the black at the moment, because there are reds that are on, and it just seems silly to jeopardise our position by taking on such a shot. So apply on the red on the bottom cush.
56.
Just think go to the middle now. Always worth checking. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, there's a gap for it. I just think if we play this soft. Just a delicate touch, as David Hendon, I knew, would point out. And we're a little bit close to the cushion. In fact, we're right on it, but
Not really the level of control he was
it
after
wasn't
there.
brilliant, our position there, but this pot should be achievable. And we might take advantage of that red that's tied up by the black.
Well, it goes.
This is tight, though.
Chance here.
But it's a good pot. Good stuff.
That's an excellent pot.
And the red we've hit will go 4 now.
Pull a touch here.
63.
Maybe not. We'll go for the one to the middle. Get on the blue.
He just needs this red.
Well, Mark Allen's had 1 shot in this match so far.
And that effectively shuts
And that's
out
all
his
he'll continue to have. In this frame, that is. Hopefully. Frame should be wrapped up now. In our favour. Tricky blue though. But it's there. Lovely pot. Back off the cushion to the red to the middle pocket. Or maybe even, I didn't actually position myself for this, but makes sense to probably go for this one. Could be awkward to get to later. And screw back for the pink ball.
70.
Looks good for potential first frame century, which would be a huge boost. The main thing is we've got the first frame.
76.
Got away with a few liberties, I think we can say, in this frame. We've played a few lacklustre shots, particularly early on, getting our power completely wrong, but it's absolutely fine. We've took our chance. I mean, that's not as straight as I want it to be. I must admit, our positional shots, not possessional, our positional shots are a little bit off so far, but we're getting away with it, so we're getting a bit of luck at the moment, which is good. But we're going to need this red that's tied up with the black to get a century, so I need to think about how we're going to do this.
position to take on this pink.
84.
And hopefully, if we have a cannon, this red should free itself up. And that is pretty good position. Can't argue with that.
90.
So on to the colours. Where's this cue ball going to end up?
91.
Does the black pass the pink? It absolutely does. It's a little bit of luck we got there. Because the blacks, because the
He's looking to pop this.
yellow ball is out of position. Just means we can line up for that nicely.
That's a beauty.
First black took on all day, and we got it. And it's just the black just the yellow needed to get a first frame century.
Just the colours remaining on the table now.
And it's there. Great century. Brilliant.
100.
What a confidence builder this will be after our last match against the pistol. A little bit off colour there with position, but again, this isn't unplayable to the bottom pocket. So we played it soft enough just to give us an angle on it at least.
107.
Try and get good position for the pink if we are to pot this.
Long pot attempt.
It looks good to me. A little bit wide, but it's okay.
Another trademark crunching long pot.
Really well played.
So just drag this cue ball from the pink. Overplayed it a tad, but this black will be a full clearance of 125 and one of our best frames we've played for a long time.
And that completes a brilliant clearance. Fantastic play.
125.
Brilliant. Was not expecting that.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Absolutely fantastic. So
He's taken a
we break off in the second frame. Remember that after this shot. I very much doubt we're going to fluke one. So after this shot, Mark Allen with over his second shot of the game. And it's not going to be nice from there. Sure, he can play thin, but we haven't left any opportunities. He's left one here. It's not the Mark Allen that beats us 3-1, that's for certain.
Tough shot coming up.
Good shot. Now, I'm fairly sure black doesn't go here, but is there just a gap? Is there just a gap? I think there is. Oh, this is tight. Oh, I think we've misjudged that. We have. Well.
Robertson.
That was a poor shot, really. We knew Mark Allen was struggling. And he's got a great chance now. It's a good split. Misjudged that a little bit. Amazing that Mark Allen is actually the leading player over the last 12 months for tournaments. Really surprised at that. With that international championship, that's his 9th title of the career mode, which puts him one closer to Mark Selby on 16. Incredible how he's got that many, but I mean he only made a lacklustre 6 out of that, so that is quite a shock. We're going to play a plant here, get that corner pocket freed. Lovely, good pot. And it hasn't freed the corner pocket at all. It's just replaced the red that's there. But a little bit fortunate there. Certainly a bit fortunate. But yeah, it's Mark Allen on 9. Judd Trump's got 8. He was previously the man who was closest to Mark Selby's 16. But there's a few players in form at the moment, which just makes this a little bit more interesting. Good shot. Where's the cue ball going to end up? Gonna have to be a bulk colour.
7.
But luckily, if we can get positioned and don't be stupid about this, we can just put that red into the corner pocket. Just got to be careful about screw back and all those kind of things, making sure we don't go in off. But this should be fairly simplistic. And it's there, good pot. But where's the black going to go? That's okay. That's okay there.
10.
Certainly not going to pot it, thank you, from there. But Mark Allen will be kicking himself.
Really well played.
Because he had a decent chance. He could tell how disappointed we were. But yeah, he didn't take it. So the onus is on us again to potentially take this opportunity. Make it 2-0. We underhit that a little, and I thought that with the cannon that we might have actually struggled to get on the blue, but actually we couldn't be straighter on it. So that's a little bit of luck. That red doesn't quite go, so got to cue this well. Underhit it a little, but it's okay. We're still on the red.
21.
A few more nerves in this frame. I can sense from us. We're not knocking the balls in like we were last time out, but it's obviously because of the fact that the reds aren't all spaced out this time. We've got a little bit of a trickier frame, trickier position, but there was no position on that red. That's black, that's for certain. So what do we play from here? Straight brown, sure, but I mean, that would be a good shot, wouldn't it, beside? But I knew it wasn't going to end up there, so I think just a hit and hope from here, perhaps.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Good pot. That's going to...
Be fuming about
No, that's not ended well, has it? With that sort of power, it's just about gone into the reds, but it's fair to say we're looking for more of a hit than that. Want to be careful though here. Play a bit of tippy-tappy snooker, that's not going to hurt.
This is a chance.
But oh dear,
Neil Robertson.
that was poor.
6.
Just let that red be a chance for Mark.
7.
And from that great clearance in the first frame, this is unbelievably scrappy. We've not played well. Mark's not shown his best snooker yet, but I don't want to give him too many chances to wake up.
15.
This is missable. Good shot though. He made quite a bad mistake in the beginning of the frame. I can't see him making another one. But in terms of the rankings, it's our failings from Season 1, I believe, to be as low as we are. You know, we've not done too badly recently, semi-finals, etc., but the players around us are just doing better. Getting there in the bigger tournaments. English Open, massive example where we didn't get there. Little did I know that the Yushan World Open and Indian Open were worth so much. I'm definitely going to be playing in those next year.
Not the quality you would expect from a player of his
Wow.
skills.
Mark Allen, 29.
I was thinking we were commentating on a Mark Allen clearance, but for the second time in the frame, something that I said earlier we didn't think was going to happen, he's missed quite a, I wouldn't say an easy shot, but a shot that you'd expect a player in Mark's form to pot, but he hasn't. So we get yet another chance to go 2-0 up.
8.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
9.
Knock a few into the middle here. Need to be a little bit more careful with this ping.
He's taking this on.
But it's there, it's okay.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
15.
Do we getting quite straight on this black ideally? Or playing the pink, because we're not straight on the black.
16.
Be a struggle to get on the red from there. We're just going to be too close to it, aren't we?
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
Try and give it a tap, see what happens.
22.
Won't pass the yellow, but it will go to the top pocket. But I think
Going for it.
just try and get this safe if we miss it, but it's going right back down the table. Need this to be safe, it's not. I don't really know what I played there. Just hoping for something good. The original shot was just to try and
It goes.
give it a hopeful tap and just see if it come off the cushion and led to anything. But again, another mistake from us, another silly mistake really. That might well have cost us this frame, but he's surely not snookered himself on the yellow, has he? No, he hasn't. Hasn't left the easiest shot on that though, but he's potted it.
10.
Not the best on the green either,
Putting this into the right
but he's
corner.
potted that, and to be honest,
13.
this is a virtue of giving Mark Allen far too many chances. We could be 2-0 up.
17.
We're definitely not going to be now.
22.
Poor frame. Poor frame. Disappointing, because we'd really got
28.
the momentum on the pistol. But for that, after 2 frames, it's 1 frame apiece. Should have made that
Well
2-0
played to
really.
take that frame.
No advantage at the moment. A very tight match.
Can't really beat ourselves up
Thank
about
you.
it though.
The third frame.
Just hope Mark Allen doesn't wake up. And that's not an easy one. I don't like the angle on that, so safety is here. This could be a good shot. It's one red that's come free from the pack, which he might fancy having a go at. But again, it's high risk snooker. Nope, just playing the safety, and well, not exactly sure what's happened there.
Well,
It's gone in off.
Control of the cue ball there. Careless.
That was peculiar to say the
Neil
least.
Robertson, 4.
He looks to be playing on here.
What a strange shot. What a strange shot.
So this
Need to hit this pretty much
right
inch
corner.
perfect, and we haven't. Well,
He won't
I really
go
hope
with
this
that.
game doesn't turn into one of those again, you know. Really don't. Just get this on the black cushion. We've hit that way too hard.
That's a poor foul, really.
We've actually missed
Loose
it.
shot.
Foul and a miss.
But we've not given anything away, but that was just poor.
Mark Allen, 4.
Again, we were playing so well. What happened? That's my question. So all of a sudden, in a frame where we've got a really good chance, you know, Mark Allen had gone in off, he's suddenly man with the advantage himself. And again, we've left a bit of a sniff.
He's taking it on.
And it's there. Well, I'll tell you something, if Mark Allen goes 2-1 up with this chance, we need to smack our head up against a brick wall and really punish ourselves because, you know, we've had the opportunities, definitely. Still pretty cut up about that last frame. I mean, we should have just potentially just played the snooker behind the black, maybe, and, you know, not worried about
7.
getting on the red, but you get a bit greedy, it happens. And he's opened up the pack a little there, but that is very tough queuing.
Very tricky
Might
shot
try
coming
to
up.
go for the blue, but no, he's gone for the black, and well, that's a brilliant pot.
22.
He's playing for the right corner here. That's a top shot. Well played.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
23. 30. 31. 38. 39. 46.
Well, a few minutes ago, I was getting quite confident, thought, great, could be 2-0, could finish the job off in frame 3, lovely, but funny how games change.
54.
Just a few more reds needed, and Mark Allen leads this match 2-1,
55.
leaving us with a lot of work to do.
62.
It's a far cry from that clearance of 125 in frame 1.
So, just this black needed.
And the black's there, and Mark Allen leads this match by 2 frames to 1. That is a shock.
71.
I said how he wasn't really awake. He'd only had one shot
78.
as we came on to frame 2. He'd given us a chance, and I was saying we got a good chance, but then we gave him a chance, he bottled it.
39.
And I thought, well, we've got to take that chance now. Didn't. He came back in frame 2, took the chance, and we've played pretty poorly in this frame, to be honest, and it's Mark Allen. Chance again,
85.
and he's taken it. Remember, that start of this frame, seems a long time ago now, at the start of this frame, Mark Allen went in off. A decision that
91.
could potentially be seen as a frame loser, but he's on the clinch. He's on the clinch, he's on the cusp of getting a century break here. He's missed the red, so he doesn't quite get it. But a break of 98 puts Mark Allen 2-1 ahead and 1 frame away
Frame.
from the last day of the Champion of Champions.
Well, he's taken the lead here.
He'll be wanting to press home the advantage now. This next frame should be interesting.
Need to sort out our break-offs, that was too hard. That being said, there's a high margin of error on our break-offs. Not much problem there. He's not left much that's tempting here, I must say.
He's playing the safety and aiming to get the cue ball tight against the cushion.
Where's that red ball going though? Well, well. Chance for Mark Allen in frame 4.
Poor shot, really.
Can't believe how the tides have turned here. Really cannot. Best of 5, so when you get to this position, it's no margin for any sort of error, or else your opponent can win the match.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
And he's got a starter. Can he pull off a bit of a surprise here and finish it off? Don't think he's on everything. Oh, he might be. Tricky to see from that angle, but I think he is. Yeah, I think he is on a red. It's the left of the pink. At least one of those two will go, surely. Having a long think about this, though. I don't know what there is to think about.
He's attempting to sink this into the left.
I don't know why that shot took so much thinking about. Really don't. He's taking his time though, Rich. I suppose I don't blame him over.
9. Mark Allen, 9.
Well, that's a bit of a mishap, isn't it? That is a bit of a mishap. Not lost anything easy, though. Be a good shot if we potted this, but the problem is that red, we can't play it soft because we'll just go into the red and leave one. So I think it's just going to be the thin safety, which we could regret. Could well be our last shot, but again, I can't see much of an opportunity here, so that's what we're going to play. Need a little bit of help from the yellow not to leave this red on, and we ain't going to get it. He's playing this soft. You would suggest he's going to pot this. Well, he's missed it. That's quite unbelievable. I can swerve to get to it. The problem is he's avoiding the in-off. Can you believe Mark Allen's luck there? Because I certainly can't. If we leave this red anywhere but safe, you can get to this. We'll leave the cue ball anywhere but safe, sorry. But hopefully the green will cover it. At least the blue will. Nope, you can't get there, so we've done well. Covered it off. Mark Allen's also covered it off, so this makes it a little bit more complex this time. Can have a go at this though.
He's fortunate there.
You know what? I don't agree with him most of the time, but I bloody do agree with David Hendon there. Goodness me, we were fortunate.
1.
But we've got the pot, we've got a potential starter. This pink though is another tricky shot.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
But it's there. Good pot.
Not the best position.
But no position really.
7.
No position at all. Just a bit of a body blow. We've moved a few reds. Don't want to hit the brown full ball. Well. How the tides have changed. Can't believe this. Fairly easy starter. He's got it.
And the cue ball has finished very nicely.
Let's see what he does with this.
Nicely onto a red.
One of the problems that he's been presented with, he's got rid of straight away. He's got on this red on the cushion.
He's taking on the pot along the cushion.
9.
So black next. What does he go for after that? Does he get in between these two reds on the black cushion? He doesn't. He's going to elect to go for this red. Interesting.
17.
So blue next. He's got to open. Oh no, he's going for the green. Well, that's just an outstanding shot there. Inch perfect.
21.
This is where he's got to open the reds, you would say, but no.
Doubt
Blue
about
ball.
power after that shot.
Wow. Wow. Gone for the hardest reds, and he's got them all.
Top shot, that is.
Quality cueing there. Really good.
27.
That's a great split. He'll be unlucky if he's
If you told someone at this point that we'd made a break 125 in the first frame, you'd think they'd be lying, wouldn't you? Unbelievable. This is a match-winning chance for Mark Allen.
Right corner.
Oh, I didn't think that was ever going to go in. That looked wide, but it seemed to just slot in. I don't see any opposition to him winning this now, to be honest. Quite unbelievable.
43. 50.
Got to make a fairly big mistake.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
51.
Well, 59 remaining on the table now, so blue won't quite do it, but another red will.
56.
But has he left himself on one here? No, he hasn't. I did think he could have made a mistake there, but he's played a good safety shot. That's some clever snooker he's played there. Oh dear. Hit the jaw. We need this to run. He doesn't. And it's just the red for Mark Allen. He made a mistake, but he's going to get away with it here. It looks like he's potted the red. And it looks like it's game over.
Comeback in this match.
1. 8.
Unbelievable.
9.
Well, we usually turn up for the invitational events. I'll tell you now, that's not something we've done today. Great pot.
That's well played with the rest.
Not going back to the table now. Unbelievable. Frame 2, middle of frame 2, I thought, yeah, this is a match we're going to win. No way did I think we were going to lose this one 3-1. He's missed the red, but we're going to shake Mark Allen's hand. And, well, it's been a very short whistle-stop tour of the Champion of Champions, and we've been beaten by Mark Allen for 2 times in 2 games. And apart from that brilliant break 125, which is some fantastic work, we didn't do a fat lot of good there. And we are out at round 1. Again, not gone deep into this tournament. Once again, we're out of the Champion of Champions. Disappointing, but we'll move on to another tournament. Mark Selby wins the tournament. It's been a while since he's won a tournament, but with that break 125 in the very first frame, we got the high break award. Nobody could beat us, and we have gone down 1 in the world ranking. Surely that's from before. I don't see how. No, we can't have gone down even more because it was only an invitational event, but yeah, that's a bit gutting. So Mark Selby is the Champion of Champions. Supposed to deserve title, really. But next up, we play in the Northern Ireland Open. We'll come back either at round 3 or round 4. If we have a good match in round 3, we'll definitely come back for it. But we will come back in the round 4 as well. But for all the Home Nations tournaments, we will be playing long matches. I've put it on medium for the first few matches, just so we can hopefully avoid the embarrassment of going out early. But again, this is a tournament that in Season 1 we got to the semi-final of. So, again, we could lose some more ranking money here. The tournament after this, not necessarily the UK's, but the Scottish we won in Season 1. So, we've got to have a good run of 3 tournaments here, but I have to say, that was a little bit gutting to go out of the first round of the Champion of Champions. But if you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and on a Sunday at 6 PM British time. Thank you very much for your company, folks. I've been TIJ Gaming, and until the next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.